Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 3 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. China have settled a troll city here, which isn't the end of the world, because I actually wanted to build my next city down there. But I definitely want to take that city out, because it's a little bit close to me. Might be a city worth keeping actually, but we're certainly not in a position to go to war with China at the moment. We might be able to bribe the Shoshone to go to war with them, because they do have touching borders. But in the meantime, we are just going to try and sort of build up a little bit of an army if we can. Get prepared to go and attack China. We also want to try and make sure that we get all of our libraries and such. Still got a scout over here who's just sort of looking around to see what he can find. It's Panama City. We found yet another city-state. Let's get these warriors healed up, because there are still a few more barbarian camps that we'd like to get rid of. Does anyone have anything that we could trade? Pocatello has sugar, but I couldn't afford to buy it from him. So we just need to make sure that we can go ahead and grab the plantation here. It'll give us a bit more production for the reduction of some food, because of course we're getting away a jungle tile. 19 turns though is a very, very long time to take to upgrade a tile. Let's keep looking around over here, see what else we can find. Probably not a lot. Definitely really need to get ourselves another worker. Be nice if we could steal one from somebody, but I just don't think that it's going to happen. Okay, there is Carthage. Do we have embassy with you yet? Let's get an embassy with Carthage. There's your capital down there. Kinda coastal. They may well have... Yeah, it says coast, not a lake, so it must be joined up to the sea. That's fine. Already a few people getting religions. I'm only getting one faith per turn. Great Library's been completed by Ram. Hardly surprising. Not really a wonder that you can go for on anything above Prince, because the AI normally gets it with these. Probably time to start bringing this guy back. I'm not really too sure what I can do with him anymore. Let us get ourselves over to Ragusa and see if we can't steal a worker. We're probably also going to want to train an archer as well, so maybe after we get the library. Embassy with Persia, forgot about you. Although we'd already kind of found your capital anyway, so that doesn't make a lot of difference. Unit needs orders. Just trying to uncover as many tiles as I can, really, with the scout now. I doubt we're going to find any more ruins unless we sort of start looking on islands and stuff, so... Doesn't really make a huge deal of difference. We'll just bring him home. Might even just disband him, I suppose. He is costing us some money. Main purpose of having the scout, really, is just to try and get some, you know, to meet the other civilizations, which we have actually done. So, I might actually just put him on auto-explore and we'll just see what happens with him. You want to go to war with Spain? I'm going to say no, but if you want to do it, that's good enough for me. Okay, borders of Babylon have grown to that tile. That's fine. So, after the library, I do want to get another settler. But I think we're going to need to get ourselves a bowman. We can actually just buy a bowman. How much does a library cost? We might be able to just... Right, okay, let's do it. We're just going to go ahead and buy a... Do we need a bowman? Don't think we need one yet. I'm just going to save the money. You guys are just going to go on auto-explore, because I can't be bothered micromanaging you anymore. You guys are going to go over here and see if we can't find a spare worker that we can steal from Ragusa. And then we can use you to sort of improve some of our tiles a little bit more quickly. Because we're soon going to... Right, they do have a worker. Brilliant. So we'll sort that out on the next turn. It's a little bit of a cheesy tactic, but the game allows you to do it, so it's valid. Obviously, you're declaring war on a city-state, so you do lose some reputation with the city-states, but overall, it does help you out with things. We've also found the Pangaea crater as well. Brilliant. So what we're basically going to do is we are going to declare war on Ragusa. Nobody's protecting them, so it's absolutely fine. And then all you simply do is you take your unit, you move on and steal the worker, and then you instantly go and make peace with them. And yes, they are annoyed with me, but free worker. So, you know, it's cheesy, but it saves a lot of production. The only problem you've got, of course, is that you then need to get the worker back safely to your own territory. Which is fine. Leventa seeks justice against the Shoshone. Very interesting. But let's get the worker and the warrior home. Akkad has grown in size. We've got some more enemy units coming in, but I think Akkad can deal. Akkad's not actually growing at the moment because you're working the production tile. Let's go and work the 2 food, 2 faith tile. Doesn't speed things up much, but at least we might have a chance of getting the a religion before they're all gone. At least I don't think they're all gone yet. Oh, there's only one been founded, which is the Shoshone. That's fine. What was it that they took? Beliefs. So they took mosques and interfaith dialogue. That's fine. So let's go on to the next turn. Our scout will probably end up getting killed by barbarians. It's usually what happens when the AI is managing them. China are trading with us at least now, so that does help out a little bit. We've got philosophy. We're probably close enough to actually be able to trade with the Shoshone. So I think it is going to be China that we do want to take out. We can already... Well, we want sailing because we want to try and get work boats. And then we should probably go in for something like mathematics so we can get catapults. If we want to attempt to go to war with China at some point in the near future. So Babylon has grown, which puts us on 0 happiness. It's not terrible. I'm going to leave the guy working the production tile at the moment. There isn't an awful lot of point in working food tiles because we can't grow because we don't have any happiness. We don't need to get a worker now because we've already got one. So I think what we're going to do is we will grab ourselves a... So many things that we need, actually. We need another settler. We need a caravan. Let's get a caravan first. Or do we want to get a cargo ship? I think we might want to wait and get a cargo ship. So let us go and work on getting our... Let's get a barracks. We'll most probably need one because we're going to be going to war with China. We are going to need a barracks. And we're going to very, very slowly bring this worker home. Because we've got to go through all of this annoying jungle. Yep, as expected. Scouts most likely just going to get killed by a hand axe. That's fine. Akkad can fire at the enemy. Obviously, there's another barbarian camp somewhere around that we need to deal with. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, not an awful lot else I can do with that guy. I think I'll just disband him. And we'll continue the long, slow walk over here. How long is it going to take you guys? 6 more turns. 6 more turns and we should recover some happiness. I do probably have enough gold to buy a luxury from somebody if we should drop into the negative, but I'm not too worried about that doing that right now. We will get some more spices if we do settle down here, and that is the plan. And we'll probably also want to settle this area here in the corner. That'll be a really high production city if we can get it. You guys, I'm just going to delete you because we'll save 1 gold per turn by doing it, so we might as well. Let's bring you guys home. And then we can actually get this worker doing something useful, like upgrading the farms and the pastures and stuff like that. And then we can send a worker down to Akkad as well. Right, we've got sailing. I'm a little bit dubious about making the workboats at the moment because we know there are some barbarians here because of this barbarian camp. So we are going to need to get rid of that camp at some point. You guys are kind of going to have to take the long way around, unfortunately. Let's bring you back. And in fact, we'll probably go down and try and take out that barbarian camp with you if we can. So we should get that plantation finished before any of our cities grows again, so that'll be fine. So what have we got? We've got you. You're going to keep working your way down here. You can go here and start working on a pasture, so we'll get some more production from that. Stonehenge has been completed. I mean, again, at this difficulty level, you can't really worry too much about the wonders. We can fire at you, though. So, because we can, we will. Ragusa want a trade route. We have finished the library down here in Akkad now. Let's go ahead and get a shrine. Does seem a little bit silly trying to do anything else. This warrior is going to work his way down here towards this barbarian camp. On to the next turn. Ram Control Face has completed the Temple of Artemis. Dido's completed Statue of Zeus. Lots of nice stuff for us to try and take from them in the future. You've just moved slightly out of range, which is annoying. We have discovered the wheel. You guys carry on working down here, because we need to get rid of this camp to stop these boats spawning, you see. That's the main thing. Otherwise, getting any workboats out for Akkad is just going to be a complete waste. Workboats are relatively cheap. Luckily, you're moving nice and close, making it easier to destroy you. We've got archers here, which is a little bit of a pain, but we should be fine. Yeah, so I expected them to attack. We could move into the high ground, but that would waste another turn. So we're literally just going to move straight into this tile and then attack them. Looks like we finished that plantation now because we've got the happiness back. We can go ahead and grab landed elite. Why not? Give us back some more growth. Which is good now because it means we could potentially leave you working that production tile. And I think I will just for the time being. 35 turns to get the National College. Which means we want to get the National College started by turn 115 at the latest, really. But we still need to try and get out another settler if we can as well. So we could queue up another settler. We might just about be able to do it. I think you can come and build a mine there. Let's get some more production going. Would be nice to get our third city up and running. I do love that the barbarian ships, when they're on low health, do keep coming back for more punishment. It's very, very useful. That should be this camp wiped out. Yep, brilliant. That's that cleared. At least it should be. There we go. Just a bit of an animation glitch there. You build me a mine. Let's have one more production from that tile. There's so much stuff that we need to build, but we don't have a lot of production here, so we really need to get this sorted. Our borders have grown. We have a 4 food tile, and I don't think we need the extra gold. Although gold is always nice to have. How much does it actually cost us to buy a library on this difficulty? Let's have a look. Doesn't tell us what the cost is. Right, that's useful. You guys heal up anyway. On to the next turn. Because the idea is we start our third city, instantly buy the library, and then we can start on National College. Try and stay ahead of the science curve. So annoyed that didn't quite kill it, but that's fine. And we have no military at all at the moment either. There's mathematics. We need to choose a new science. I guess getting horseback riding wouldn't be a bad idea. Though we might want to get city walls as well. Masonry into horseback riding. Should be good for now. On to the next turn. So we need to get caravans, we need to get walls, we need to get military units, we need another settler. So much stuff that we need to get right now. We need to go and get the marble as well. We need masonry for the marble. That'll give us some more happiness. Okay, that's one ship destroyed. And we can always go ahead and grab a workboat as well. That'd be useful. A workboat would allow us to get the crab, which would be some happiness, food and gold. Let's go straight on to the next turn, because not a lot else we can do here. One turn until the barracks is completed. There we go, we've got masonry. You guys have finished that. Let's get you down here so you can start working on the marble. Right, we're now working on the settler. So let's redo these tiles and see if we can get this settler faster. So we don't necessarily need to be working anything that is pure food. So we are on 14 turns for a new settler. If we go ahead and work this tile, that'll be 15 turns for a new settler. That's not really all that useful, is it? Probably better off just leaving you where we were. 14 turns. 13 turns. Yep, 13 turns looks like about the quickest we can get a new settler, so we'll leave it at that. You are going to go to the marble and start building a quarry. And there's that ice cream van again. I must really start recording at a different time of day. I think that's my problem here. You guys can just go on to alert. You will need to escort that settler, but you've got a few turns to get back. Just don't want the barbarian camp to respawn in the meantime. But just trying to make sure that we've got enough gold saved up so that we can go ahead and buy our library. It might get a little bit delayed, but that's fine. Let's just put you on 45 for now. Just want to grab this spot before China grab it. It'll give us some horses, it'll give us some iron, we'll be within 2 tiles of a mountain, we'll be on a river, we'll have stone. It's going to be a decent enough city to grab. It's not going to give us anything unique. We will get a second spices which we can trade. I just cannot remember quite how much a library costs, which is where the problem lies here. So we've got the mine. The mine has now been improved. Let's go ahead with you and work the wheat. I'm not going to upgrade. There's always the argument about whether or not you should upgrade the bananas, because the thing is, if you build a plantation, the plantation would give me +1 food, but the plantation would also remove the jungle, which would then give me a food less. So what I'd be doing is I wouldn't be gaining any food, but I would be gaining 1 production. But there again, keeping the jungle there, if I got education and a university, then I'd get 2 science from the jungle. So it's more valuable to keep the jungle around, because 2 science is better than 1 production. So we will work the tile, because 4 food is good, but removing the jungle is just going to give us 1 production and cost us 2 science when we get a university. That's the way that I look at it with jungles. So there's the civilization player base is split between, do you upgrade bananas or don't you? Of course, if you've got something like a when you get a plantation on there, then the fertilizer does give you the extra food back, but I don't think it's worth it long term. Not long game anyway. Production. Akkad has finished the shrine. So what do we want to do over here now? I guess it might be a good idea to try and get a workboat. I don't want the workboat to get pillaged, but at the same time I do want to try and clear these ships out. We might need to get an archer down there. What do we want to go for? Let's go for currency. Let's try and get some more money coming in. Then we'll want to go for optics because we will want to get a lighthouse in Akkad. You're going to work on the farm. On to the next turn. Carthage are going to get their scout stuck if they're not too careful, because I will be building another city down here. Yeah, I'm not liking you buzzing around here, China. Will you please stuff off? I hope we actually grab that hill tile before China do. I could potentially buy it, but I don't want to waste money because I can't remember how much a library costs on this difficulty level. 7 turns until we get a new settler, so let's start moving you a little bit closer. Are we actually... Oh, they're just angry. I was going to say, I don't think we are actually at war. Ragusa's just angry. That's fine. Is Ragusa the one over here? Yeah. You can be angry, Ragusa. That's I'm cool with you being angry with me. Let's see if we can squeeze another turn or two in. I would just hope this guy comes close enough so that I can hit him with the city, because I really don't want him to pillage the fishing boats once the fishing boats are out there, but it may be something that we just can't avoid, unfortunately. We'll go on to the next turn. 5 turns until we get our settler, who should be safe enough. Terracotta Army, Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Go on, we'll have one more turn. Not an awful lot's going to happen on it because we're just waiting for this settler. Not too sure why this Chinese army is just running backwards and forwards for no real reason. Okay, so we are at the bottom of the science, but we're only 2 techs behind. That's not bad for my first game on Immortal. Only being 2 techs behind on turn 111. You guys can just sit there for now. Hanging Gardens, lots of wonders being completed. Babylon needs marble. That's lucky, because you're just about to get it. Oh, Babylon has marble. There we go. Just me misreading. So that gives us some more happiness back. Now, you guys, I think... Well, actually, let's get the mine up and running here. Get some more production going. We're not working that yet. 2 food, 1 production, 2 gold. We don't really want to end up losing any gold here. Most of the tiles we're working are good. We could lose 1... Well, we're going to upgrade that anyway, so it'll be worth more. We could lose 1 food for 2 extra gold. So we'll do it that way for now. On to the next turn. This will be the final turn of the video. We're about to produce our settler. So let's move you there, because you're going to build a mine. Settler's going to move on to this tile. And the next thing we are going to produce here is probably a caravan. Because we need one. And that is all we can do for this video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon. And I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.